is yours? Why on earth is your cupcake on my chair?
Because it's very special to me, so I can put it wherever I want. This is your fault. Now you have to buy me a new cupcake.
You're wearing a wedding dress to my wedding.
This is not a wedding dress. It's a white floor-length gown. It's very different.
Did it come with a veil?
No, it came with a headdress.
What?
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
Lucky to have them both, Spinny and Fetty Bus, with us today. Both a couple of college coaches. Just to find out where you guys are at. I mean, I presume school's getting back shortly. Are we doing any coaching? Bus, you do it with the Vikings up there, the basketball squad. When do you start seeing those kids on a regular basis start doing some coaching?
Yeah, we're closing in on the start of the school year here, a couple more weeks. And then once school starts, we'll give them like a week or two to, get situated, get in the flow of things with their classes and whatnot. And then we'll start our preseason conditioning in the mornings and some lifting in the afternoons along with open gym. And then at some point in early October, we'll actually get the season underway. So.
Okay, sounds good. Spinny, now your season gets underway earlier, right? This is a fall sport, volleyball?
Correct.
So where are you at in the process of practices?
Yeah, this is kind of the calm before the storm time right now.
Okay.
We just got done with camp, so now our players move in on August 14th, so about 2 weeks from now. And then, we start 2 days on August 15th, so it's kind of like getting after it. And then our first match is exactly 1 month from today, August 29th. We play in California in our opening match. So,
and how does the squad look, do you think? Pretty good? You gonna be good?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a chance. I think on paper we'll be, we're a top 3 MAC team. We basically bring back every starter except one from last year. So it should be good. I'm excited.
And you coach for which team?
The St. Olaf Oleys, St. Olaf College.
The Oleys, all right.
The Oleys, baby.
The Oleys. Go Oleys. All right, let's talk some local stuff here. The trade deadline is really running up against the Minnesota Twins. I just start with you, Spin. We buyers or sellers?
I mean, we're definitely sellers. We saw it with the Paddock and Dobbs.
I would talk about
yesterday.
That, yeah.
My question for you both is, do you want us to trade Joe Ryan? That's my question. Joe Ryan, probably the biggest trade target in all of Major League Baseball right now. Do you want him to trade him or not?
No.
But Bus is going to say no. I'm going to say yeah. It's kind of the Arise deal, right? We had the best hitter in baseball, and we got rid of him because he was at his peak. It's what Minnesota does. We go grab a couple other pitcher and a couple other guys, save the salary. They're going to get rid of Ryan. Ryan is worth way too much right now to the right teams who need pitching going into the season end here. We can get too much for him. Minnesota's here to create players we can trade. I thoroughly believe that.
Bus, give me your no.
I don't disagree with what Al said. Like I do expect us to trade him. I just don't think you should trade
your best player,
a stud pitcher. Yeah, basically our best player. He's in his prime. He's still on the right side of 30. He's still got plenty of years left. That's just a guy you don't trade, in my opinion. We've been looking for pitching for how many years now, and we finally have a good pitcher. And honestly, he came over in that Nelson Cruz deal too, so we basically got him for nothing. So I don't want to get rid of him at all, but I fully expect us to.
Spin, did you have a problem with Paddock being booted?
I mean, no, Paddock was awful.
Okay, so
I didn't really want us to sign him. I guess I was kind of like, it was a classic like Twins signing that people get excited about, and then he pitches horrible for us. I just kind of expected that, so I don't care about that. Dobnik's a fan favorite, obviously, but not a super productive guy, so it's a little sad to see him go, but also meh.
What about Bader being on the hot seat? He's one everybody's talking about. He's the one who could go. The Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, they're all looking for a guy like him. Wins more than he loses when he's on the field. He hits 255. He's got a 7.77 OBS.
Trade him for sure.
Yeah, I think you have to, don't you? Spinny?
Yeah. I mean, you definitely should trade Bader and get as much for him as you can. I mean, we're not winning this year. So any player you don't think is going to be a huge impact in following years, you should trade if there's value for him. That's where I'm at.
And trade for what, though? You get rid of a great pitcher, you're going to throw in some sideliner guy, right? You're going to try to find some pitching somewhere. You're going to get everything you can. You're not getting a better pitcher. You're literally devaluing your team. You're going down the ladder as a seller.
You're getting prospects that you think will be better than the guy you traded in 4 years. That's what you're doing. I mean, that's the game.
Okay, and let me ask you this then, and you guys do prospecting much more than I'll ever do as far as looking down, people coming up. Do the Minnesota Twins know what, let's say, the New York Yankees prospects look like? Who's coming up through the Yankees organization? And then you look at all the 32 teams. Are they keeping up on all their AAA teams, and we know who the new kids are?
I mean, that's somebody's job. That's somebody.
Really? Okay.
There's a whole department for it.
Okay. All right. So we can look and say we know Joe Ryan's great, but we really think these three kids could be great, and we'd be willing to trade you 3-1. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And I feel like baseball is probably the hardest sport to get that right in. That's why there's just so many guys that stay in the minor leagues for how long, because they just, they're really good in Double-A. So and they're only 22 years old, right? So you're like, oh, they're going to be so good, and they get to Triple-A, and they can't even get out of Triple-A, and they're just stuck there. So I think it is really tough, and that's why I don't want to trade a guy like Joe Ryan, because
what you got.
He could still be good in a couple of years. I don't see why he wouldn't be.
Let me throw a couple more names to you guys. Griffin Jacks, Johan Duran, two closers. Duran's having a fantastic season. Jacks is doing what he needs to do. Aren't those two guys we can get something for? I mean, they're under control for 2 years. We have the ability to do what we want with them for 2 years.
Definitely.
We want that.
ESPN's top 10 trade or players available list had Jax, Duran, and Joe Ryan all in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that those guys are hugely valuable, and everyone needs more bullpen. Every competing team needs more bullpen pitchers. I mean, it's just always the reality.
It's always a need. Yeah.
Yes. So
what about guys like Willie Castro?
I'm honestly just looking at a roster. I'm like some of these guys, right? So I'm not saying ship them all, but I would be okay with practically every player getting traded except Joe Ryan. I won't lie. Like, it's just that same argument Spinney said. Like,
Buxton? Come on. Buxton's
not Buxton, but I mean,
okay.
He is 31, right? So if in a couple of years when we're actually going to be trying to win, when our younger players are, in theory, better, right? Like, he's going to be 33, 34 years old. I don't know how much he's going to be contributing to our wins now, but you can't trade a guy like that with a no-trade clause anyway. So
yeah. All right. Spin, anybody on our roster that you would say, nope, hands off?
I mean, are we counting Pablo, I guess?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's hurt, but
I'm not
if you can get some
Pablo,
for him.
really.
Not trading Pablo either, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
But like Ty France, why not? He's on a 1-year deal, I
yes,
believe.
Please trade Ty France.
Oh, get rid of him. How about Festa? Get rid of Festa, right?
Okay, Al. I mean, people have to have some value to trade them, but
okay. That was mean.
How about this one? He is still only 26, but he can't ever stay on the field. What do you think about Royce Lewis?
See, and that's just so funny because, he was going to be the next big thing, and I love Royce,
That's
and I want Royce to play well.
He's only 26.
Yeah, you got to get rid of him if you can get somewhere.
Does Royce Lewis's value get lower than it is right now? Like, how high is Royce Lewis's value? That's my thing with that. Like, yes, I would 100% trade Royce, but I feel like now is not necessarily the best time to do it.
Can you get anything for Correa? We pay him so flippin' much money, and he doesn't. I think you can find a kid out of AAA and do the same thing for us. What's he hitting? 240.
He is actually up to 265 now. Ooh. But I would totally trade Correa too. But again, yeah, with that price tag, do teams really want to give up some of their stud young prospects and then have to pay him a lot of money just for him to only bat 260? I mean, he only has 7 home runs, 31 RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
None of the stats are really there for him.
You can tell, like,
good.
The injury, Correa is a player that the injuries have definitely, like, taken a toll on. Because, like, in his second to last year in Houston, like we thought this guy was going to be a perennial best shortstop in the league.
When he was cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, you can't credit cheating to the crazy perform. Like, man was the best fielding shortstop in the league, and like multiple years on the All-Star team and hitting crazy numbers. Like, you can't attribute every bit of that to cheating.
But even on that,
but batting, this guy hasn't gone over 22 home runs with the Twins. He was hitting at least 20 practically every year in Houston. His highest in RBIs with the Twins is 65. Are you kidding me? Like, he did basically over that in every season with Houston as well. Like, he's just completely fallen off the face of the earth, honestly, in terms of offensive production. He's still an elite defender, of course.
All right. Well,
even you look at like 2019 in Houston, 21 home runs, 60 RBIs. 2018, 15 home runs, 65 RBIs. 2021, which was probably his best season of his career, 26 homers, 92 RBIs. So it's not like man's been an unbelievably crazy, hitter. And in 2022, man had a WAR of 5.3 for the Twins. Really, really good. And then followed it up with 1.3, 3.7, and this year a whopping 0.2 WAR.
Yeah. We got to go to break, guys. When we come back, we'll talk more Twins with Spinny and Fetty Bus from Hard Headed Sports.
Think about it. Now that school's out for the summer, how are Minnesota students doing? Not very well. Minnesota ACT scores fell again last year and are the lowest they've been in 10 years. In fact, fewer than half of Minnesota students can either read or do math at grade level. Think about it. We used to brag about our schools. Now we're losing to states like Mississippi. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc., Midwest Money Management, and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
As in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
And we've got them Spinning in Fetty Buzz talking all things sports with us. They're from Hard Headed Sports. So let's do this, gentlemen. We sit here with 50-something games to go. You guys are on it, except for Joe Ryan, who probably will go. He's the only one you want to save, get rid of whatever you can. How does a team in this spiral get out of it? You look at Colorado or, anybody else of these bottom-dwelling squads, the Sox. How do they turn that around then? Once you start selling the good stuff and you hope something comes later and people stop showing up to the park, how do you turn this around, Spin?
Well, I mean, I don't think we're in that dire of straits as the Rockies and the White Sox, but I mean, this is kind of what we've done consistently, is be a little bit contenders for a year or two and then sell everybody off and do it again. So I think that we have had some success doing this even in our lifetimes of being really bad or being pretty good. Then the next year being pretty bad, trading away all our guys, being really bad for 2 years, and then getting good again. So I think that's probably the plan that they're going to go for. And I also think that it's Minnesota and people buy tickets anyway, even unless we're really, really bad.
Buzz, that cannot be the organization's plan. Let's be as good as we can be for a year or two, and then we'll suck for a while, then we'll come back. Is that a business plan if you're in a sports league?
Apparently to the poll ads, it's the business plan. Yeah. Now they're trying to sell the team, even though we're not very good. I mean, that's the way out of it, Al, is the poll ads selling the team to owner that will actually spend his money. That is the only way out of this never-ending cycle that's been just described.
That's really a defeatist attitude you guys have. That kind of hurts my feeling. I was hoping there'd be something else there.
It's been 20 years of this that I've had to watch us be good and cut payroll the next season. Like, I just don't understand that logic, and it's all because the poll ads just refuse to spend money. I mean, you have teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees obviously being the obvious examples. They have more money than us, sure. But you actually see their owners wanting to figure it out, wanting to compete every year, bringing in new guys, doing whatever they have to do to keep competing. And that should be practically every team's goal, right? The goal is to win games. So I don't get Twins and plenty of other franchises that MLB that just refuse to spend money.
Okay, then give me this. One of you guys throw it out there. Who is the team we would most like to emulate? We're not going to be New York. We're not going to spend that kind of money and buy yourself in every year. Who's the team you could live with and say at least they give it a shot every year?
Rays?
Rays, I was going to throw the Rays out. Does Tampa Bay be that team that we'd most emulate?
The Astros, too, would be another one.
The cheater pumpkin eaters, not going that way.
They've been competing, though. That's what I'm saying.
By cheating. Okay. I get you. Spinny, you're saying something? I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to think of teams around our market size. I mean, Arizona, as of the last, I know they're not amazing this year, but Arizona the last 2 to 3 years, I think, is a team right around us.
Mariners, maybe?
Yeah, Mariners, that's another team. But yeah, market share-wise, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 is Houston, Seattle, Minnesota, Arizona, and Tampa. So of those 5 teams, we are definitely the least consistent at what we just talked about.
Yeah, and we've got to get there somehow. And again, it's ownership. Do you see this team getting sold? As one guy who was looking at it evidently went and bought more shares in the Sox or something. He's not in. Do we even know if there's nibbles going on for this Twins team?
I really haven't heard much, to be honest. I don't know, what. I know, what team was it that just got sold? But I don't know, how much of a need an MLB team is. I don't know if that's, really the right investment for somebody at this moment, if I'm being honest. So.
All right, guys, I'm out of time. Do this for me. Let's look at getting together on Thursday, but can we maybe focus on something more positive? What you hear going on at Minnesota Vikings training camp?
Yes.
Can we talk that next? Can we talk about that on Thursday?
Yes,
even if it's just hearsay, I don't care. I need to start getting excited about something. Fair enough?
Sounds great.
All right, Spinny, Fetty, Bus, pick them up wherever you get your podcast. It's called Hard Headed Sports on the Al Travis Show.
There are many ways to explore Alexandria. Some like to experience the